Alright, so today I wanted to talk a bit about PC optimizers. Oh boy, we've got a bunch of them in 2021. All of them, of course, fake. They're not really fake, deceitful is a better word. You can call them rogues as much as you want, but that term can't be really applied anymore. That's why these are pups, as in potentially unwanted programs, and the name speaks for itself. You don't want these installed. Now one of them is CCleaner. How so? Well, if I recall correctly, Piriform was bought out by another company and they just started pissing around the walls basically. They hid most of the features behind a paywall and started plugging fake scary advertisements everywhere on the net. Why scary? Scary isn't the best word either, but you can classify most of the PC optimizers as scareware. That implies their sole purpose as software is to by all means convince you that your computer has performance issues, and the problems quickly need to be fixed. All to make you buy their product at the best bargain, while you haven't made up your mind yet, as fast as possible, which isn't that cheap most of the times. Now rogue sites like this are generally textbook. You can see how little effort was put in and how much bragging there is about their product awards. For instance, where they were featured in, or what features there are, or what it is compatible with. And if you fucking see Microsoft Gold Partner, you just immediately leave the site. Let me find one right now actually. This is pretty close to Microsoft Gold Partner. Oh, there it is. That's an unwritten rule. Just leave that site and never come back. I haven't seen a single genuine app showing the Microsoft Gold Partner logo. That's how bad Microsoft is at moderating their so-called partners. There are many examples of pups I've got on screen right now. Take a look at IOBit for instance, or even PC Protect. Can you see a pattern in the website design? If so, congratulations, you're a well-aware experienced user. But I'll still explain in detail how to filter this kind of pop websites with your mind, because even an antivirus sometimes fails. And it doesn't really fail, because the pups aren't doing anything wrong technically. CCleaner is a good example of a shit cleaner with shit practices and a shit website. Of course, but it isn't the biggest player on the block. The perfect example of a textbook pub would be Restoro. It's advertised as heavily as CCleaner, if not worse, but that's not the main point. Their website is gold, just look at it. Multiple download buttons. I think that's also download button, yeah, correct. And definitely lots of junk. I love how they list easy to uninstall as a pro to their software, as if that's what user is gonna do the second they start the program. Oh, let's talk about the scare part. I got the link through an advert on ask.com. You can find the advertising campaign ID and everything else in the address bar. The website also masks itself as a knowledge base, if you will, but I can't click anywhere on the page except download buttons essentially. Only the download buttons are highlighted. Next, they imply that my computer is lagging. Indirectly, but they are implying that. They try to make me believe that my computer has performance problems and I have to download their software. It's suggested right there. In order to repair your system and Windows issues, download and use Restoro below. It's pretty suspicious if you give it a little bit of thought. And the final red flag is the website itself. Yes, you heard it right. There's no world in which you need a PC optimizer, especially the one that appeared from an ad campaign. There is no magic wand that would fix up every single problem on your computer, and you have to understand it. Now, how about websites like IOBIT? That's a piece of cake. Let's begin by pointing out that there is an advertisement on the top, and it's telling me to download. It's basically a call to action. That's already a red flag. Next we've got worldwide awards at the bottom, and also a subscription service. As if I'm gonna put in my email address and subscribe to it. But why? Look, special offers via email. That's so unnecessary. Well, let's see what else we can find. Ah, yes. The #1 driver updater. Oh boy, you're gonna hear it a million more times. The #1. They also list Driver Booster Pro as most popular. It already lands me to the purchase page. And again, worldwide awards, and that it's trusted by 150 million users. That's more than the population of my country. I should be stunned, but for some reason I'm not, because it's fake. They list it as most popular, but I kinda doubt it. They're allowed to lie about this, since it can be treated as a part of an advertisement. Even if not, they can easily circumvent it. For instance, they can call it most popular Driver Booster Pro, so it's like a part of the name of the product. So you can't really trust anything they say right here. And again, they try to convince you to buy the full version right off the bat, because it's essentially most popular. So the IO beta is also out of question. And most, if not all pop websites are like this. I think you get me. Let's say we got convinced that the tool we're gonna download is safe and will help our computers survive in the modern world of misery and sorrow. I say we download IOBIT. Oh, right in the malware folder it goes. Alright. PC Protect. Oh yeah, I didn't speak about it, but this is also a red flag. Usually pop websites guide you through the entire download section because usually the people who download it are elderly and they don't really know how to use a browser even. Oh, it's 53 megabytes. And we need one more. How about the Microsoft Gold partner? What is it called? Cafe Secure. Oh, it's Advanced System Repair Tool. Whatever. Okay, again, we get guided through this entire setup. And I think this should be enough to understand pop installers and their essence. So we've got 3 pop installers. Let's begin with IOBIT. See what it holds. It already looks like a fake installer. Something of the open candy kind. Okay, that's pretty usual. Install or custom install. What should I choose? Okay, alright. The software is installing normally. Let's see if it will drop anything else apart from the driver booster. So now we get to subscribe to IOBIT. And I can enter my email address obviously, but I'm not going to do that. The must-have guide. No. Learn more online. So if you get the downloader from their website, it's all good. And immediately we're greeted with upgrade button. It doesn't really matter. I want to show you another installer. If this didn't work, you just go to download.com and search for some IOBit software. Oh, there you go. Driver Booster 9 now supports Windows 11. Hold up. What's that? Did I actually remove it? Oh, interesting. I guess I'll have to show you a part of my previous video, which is called Don't Use Download.com. So as you can see, the installer from the previous video came with a lot of open candy, like iTop VPN or iTop screenshot, stuff you really don't want on your computer. It might be outright spyware. How about PC Protect? I don't think it comes with any of that open candy that I talked about. It's just a simple installer. Didn't even let me click OK at the end to finish the setup. Now let's install the Advanced System Repair Pro. Yeah, same, no open candy. Oh, and didn't even take 10 seconds and we're already in. So all these installers are gone. We are left with 3 programs. Generally, once you have installed a pop, it will start a scan and tell you there are multiple, if not 100 problems. At best, these are negligible, if not artificial. The program tries its best to continue convincing you that the computer is underperforming or is in threat and needs a quick scan. Click here to fix all issues now. All this, of course, while reminding you that you have to pay to fix all these issues. Or register, alternatively. Obviously, we have to also check out. And before I leave, we also get a 70% off. Yeah, that's the only thing they check for. Developed by Microsoft certified partner. I don't believe that a second. A pretty good deal, a good offer, but I'm still gonna turn it down because it's all fake. That's still a lot of money. 1 second, we also got an advanced VPN, which also costs a lot of money. Our today's total is $65. Remember how I told you in the beginning of this video, the pups always try to get as much money as they can, but they also try to get the user to buy it. They try to give him all the great deals, as they call them. In reality, nothing of that is real. Perhaps advanced VPN might be real, but I assume it's like 100 kilobit per second server that doesn't even connect. And some of the pups are telling you from the start to register. You see, it's quite difficult to find any substance to rightfully blame a pup in its wrongdoings. Even I'm having a hard time articulating all those points, and it gets a bit messy. But I'm trying to help you build a general understanding of pup malware. I believe it's also important to mention that no matter how good your computer is, In my case, this is literally a fresh Windows 10 VM install. I installed Windows 10 on this like 10 minutes ago. It will still find lots of problems. 3.49 gigs of clutter. I highly doubt. We also got two malwares? That's definitely a false positive. Process hacker isn't a hack tool. I'm infected with malware and I've got lots of junk files. And I got one startup item. Wow. And it's also in yellow. Whenever you close the pub, it also tells you it is still running. Let's try with each one of them. See, it's still running in the background. You have to right click and exit. They're gonna create a lot of pop-ups telling me that my computer is infected, my computer is underperforming, and whatnot. Oh, 1 second, let's see if we can skip the registration. It's the name. They're unable to complete the sign. What do you mean? So we've got 3 pubs. Unfortunately, only 2 of them work, and I can't even register for the 3rd one. I believe that's the same as the other 2. Now, one of the pubs is already telling me to start the scan. Okay. It's also creating an illusion that it's doing at least something, and that I definitely need to pay money for this. And as you can see, it found more updates. Now 80% off. It used to be 65% off the first time. $25.95, now it's $24.95. We can save lots of money, but what for? Everything you click leads to a landing page like this. A lot of money. We can also add optional offers. That is, download insurance. The fuck is that? I don't know. We just got a pop alert that hacktool prothack is a harmful malware. Process hacker is a harmful malware. And it was apparently blocked and I can't open it. So we kind of get upgrade buttons all over the place. 380 megabytes of junk files. And we get an optional offer. Perfect. See, now we're getting another pop installed from a single one. They're trying to get you in their ecosystem, so you pay for more stuff. In the tools we get backup and restore, fix no sound. I wonder what it does even. Probably just resets the driver, just enables and disables it. So in conclusion, POPs are a big problem in today's computing world. They aren't generally treated as malware by antiviruses, because most of them are trying to circle where you buy that shitty software for. They aren't malicious, but they are a scam. You're scared into paying for software you wouldn't ever need otherwise. The big issue in calling POPs a scam is the fact that they are showing correct for the most part results. For instance, Process Hacker being a hack tool, it's a broad definition for malware. It's definitely not malware, but it kinda can be considered a hack tool. The Process Hacker. But as you can see, they're trying to exaggerate it to the point where it's infected with malware. And it should be exiled as quickly as possible from your computer. A form of malware used to disrupt computer operations, gather sensitive information, gain access to private computer systems, or display unwanted advertising. That's completely false. They don't cause anything harmful, but they try their best to find at least something, like an unused registry entry, or a startup item, and call it a major performance problem, where you can ignore or optimize it. How can you fucking optimize a startup item? I don't even understand it. The purchaser landing pages for pubs are borderline phishing. There is a lot of fabricated information. For instance, that there's 43 users viewing at this page. I don't know if view num. I don't know if I can currently confirm it, but it's probably a randomly generated number from using JavaScript. At least I assume that's what it is. Also, what can be considered fake, a timer that tells you you have 60 seconds to buy a $24.95 deal. It's built upon deceit and should be considered malware because most of the people who use computers are a bit illiterate. People like your old grandma, for instance. They want their issues fixed for free, or alternatively for the best price, which is $24.95. If you don't know Windows gods, it's pretty easy to fall for this kind of scam. Especially that it is pushing you so hard and so often to get the Pro version. These big buttons, activate and start scan, upgrade to Pro, upgrade now, activate now. Every single page contains the activate now, and the action center contains all the other pubs that it can download and get the money from you with. Don't ever install pubs. And if you get a pub installed accidentally, or you find a pub on your, for instance, grandma's computer or your illiterate friend's computer, what you can do is tell them to uninstall it, explain it to them, or if they can't uninstall it themselves, you just exit all of them, go to control panel, or you can just be a hacksaw 1337, you just go to appvis.cpl, you find all the entries with pubs, and you just do uninstall change. And immediately, once you uninstall, you can find another begging promise that you will get 85% off today only. If you just keep our software on your computer. Please, please keep it on your computer. No. I don't want this special 85% off discount. I understand this will be my only opportunity to save 85% off. But the fact is, this appears every single time you uninstall the pub. This Advanced System Repair Pro. Obviously you click uninstall, and it will uninstall because it's not malware. It's trying to not be malware. And same with the rest, I think, yes. They're begging you to keep the software on your computer, and then they beg for you to pay. This is such an obvious scam. And they try to keep you in the uninstaller to make you think about it for so long. Yes, it's continuing to uninstall. You just killed Explorer. What? Okay. He made it as inconvenient as possible for me. Right? What? The heck? Wait, we're back? The driver booster isn't that intrusive, I think. Yes, it doesn't make you think about it before uninstalling. How about PC Protect? Yeah, it's not that bad either, but I think it's free, it's just registration based. So they got everything from you already. They got the email to send the ads to, they got your personal information that they will obviously sell. And that's about it, they don't want anything else. You can just basically uninstall it. They don't care. And that's what you do when you see a pop on someone's computer. You just tell them it's malware. Please uninstall it, or you uninstall it yourself. Keep everyone safe and informed. And I think that's it. Take care.